My name is Jennifer Mitchell. I'm the mother of Sharon Flournoy, the mother-in-law of Dan Flournoy, and the grandmother of Jeremy and Camille Flournoy. Jeremy, age 4.5, unfortunately cannot join us today due to prior sleepover commitment in New Jersey. Camille, age 20 months, is here to support me and possibly make comments at some point in my presentation. I'm a retired physician who moved from Long Island, New York in late 2019 to join my daughter and son-in-law, who had been residing here in Pennsylvania for some years. Prior to my relocation, I would question my kids as to whether they had found a church to attend. Their response was that they were looking, but hadn't found the right one as yet. I decided that once I moved, I would have to do my own investigating, as I had no close friends or other family members here to advise me. Church has always been an integral part of my life, and I have been a member of All Saints Episcopal Church in Baldwin, New York for close to 40 years. We had baptisms, a wedding, and funerals done there. Shortly after moving here, COVID reared its ugly head. So I was quarantined along with my family and their newborn son, Jeremy. I was very happy when restrictions were lifted to a degree, and many churches started online services. I began watching services on YouTube originating from the National Cathedral in Washington, downloading the service leaflet and singing loudly, although off-key, to a congregation of one. This form of worship continued for me as time progressed. My family, though, had resumed their search for a church, and on occasion my daughter would mention that they thought they might have found the one, a friendly, cozy church in Yardley. Great, I thought to myself, at least they would get the kids baptized, because they were now a family of 4. My daughter would say to me, "You need to come to church with us one Sunday." Yeah, I will one day. But see, I had gotten very complacent with relaxing in bed and watching the televised service, although I knew deep down in my spirit that I loved attending church in person and having fellowship with other worshipers. Finally, early this year, I said to myself, I'll start Lent off by going to church with my family, and if I didn't like it, I would return to my comfort zone. However, in my mind, I needed to encourage them subtly that Jeremy and Camille needed to be baptized too. So I got the name and address of St. Andrews and told Dan and Sherry that I would see them at church on that first Sunday in Lent. I drove for 20 minutes to church that Sunday, smiled to myself when I pulled into the parking lot because I noticed that the church did physically appear to be cozy. I went into church with my family and immediately felt the warmth. We were greeted with a big hello and smile from an usher and took our seats. Shortly thereafter, this gentleman came towards us with a big grin, extending his hand to me. "Hello, I'm Bob. Bob Anderson. Welcome." Then he moved to my kids, greeted each by name. I thought to myself, he must have been the ambassador of goodwill here. Services started. The congregation greeted each other joyfully and enthusiastically, and immediately I felt right at home, a feeling that continued throughout. Shari asked me after the service how I enjoyed it. "Great," I said. "Very nice service, very friendly people." The next Sunday I returned to St. Andrews. Ambassador Bob came over. "Hello, Jennifer. Did you fill out a yellow card?" "Yellow card," I responded. "Yes, we need to get your details down. Put it in the donation basket when you're done." "Okay," I said meekly, but complied. And soon the welcome email started from Rector's Warden, Ambassador Bob. The hospitality of St. Andrews continued when I received an email from Diane Curry. She had been to my home and left a beautiful welcoming note and bag. How nice, I thought, because by this time I was attending services on a weekly basis with or without my family. And I had decided that this was the church I was going to attend also. Not to mention my subtle and not too subtle prayers had been answered, and Jeremy and Camille were going to be baptized at St. Andrews. What a joyous day that turned out to be. Godparents and family came from Guyana, Texas, Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, and of course Pennsylvania. And they all expressed how much they enjoyed the warmth of this church family. Yes, I had found my new church family. I continue to enjoy the weekly services, the camaraderie, the insight into the gospel readings, the sermon, the greetings, and Jeremy bouncing in from God's Beats play. Camille should be attending her nursery class more, but I think she still enjoys taking the pamphlet from me and either singing or speaking her own language, kicking Jeffrey's chair in front of her, then hiding her face. On occasion, interrupting Hillary's sermon to chime in. We are blessed to worship at St. Andrew's and plan to continue to do so, as well as give any support to the church's spiritual growth and endeavors. I am proud to have been an active member of All Saints in Baldwin for nearly 40 years and look forward to being a full-fledged member of St. Andrew's with joy. I am confident that me, my family, and especially my grandchildren, Jeremy and Camille, will continue to grow and learn the word of the Lord in this diverse, inclusive, and loving church family of St. Andrew's, Yardley. Peace and blessings.